Alright, so what I recommend we do is we explore every nook and cranny of the SSN while we can, because this is not an area we can come back to whenever we want. Once we cross a certain point, the ship will leave and we'll never be able to get back on. This woman right here is actually a reference to the original games, although she's in a different room, because the perspective of the boat has been changed with this. Like if you try to come down to... or never mind. If you try to come down towards the camera, usually the rooms in the original games were on this side of the boat, but because of the camera shift, now the rooms are all on that side of the boat. So they're kind of like mirrored from each other.
Oh, okay.
But she was in the original game and she confuses your character for a waiter/waitress. Yeah, so there's people in almost every room. They're worth talking to. There's trainers on the ship that we'll have to fight. Excuse me. And all sorts of things. So there is plenty to do on here. I do recommend we explore every room, just so we can get all the items. There's definitely some trainer battles right here. Case in point. And this is obviously being a cruise ship. There are tourists and travelers from all over the world of Pokemon here, although they still only use the Kanto Pokemon anyways, so would have been a cool way to see some like Hoenn or Sinnoh Pokemon, but no, we don't get any of that. We just get still regular old Kanto stuff. But hey. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for Ember. And I doubt it'll take it out, but these Pokemon have seen a pretty significant level increase. Now it's going to use Vine Whip. Okay, good. If that thing used Ember on you, that would have been bad. These Pokemon have seen a significant level increase in the amount of experience they have, but it shouldn't be anything we can't handle because obviously we're playing with 2 players, so we have a distinct advantage. And I know some people might be watching this thinking like, hey, it's kind of not really fair. I mean, it isn't. It's heavily weighted in favor of the players when you're playing 2-player, but you know, I figure since this is your first ever Pokemon game and it has co-op feature, like you can't play co-op in any other main series Pokemon game. Like none of them. This is the only one. So it's like, I kind of want to do it just cause, I mean, we're never going to get to do this again.
Yeah.
And you know, it's fun just being able to actually play a little bit. And seeing double battles, like, I mean, it's not really a true double battle, but having both of us being able to battle is pretty convenient because, like, I can, you know, help out here and there where you may struggle.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that takedown actually landed, so you actually managed to score a hit.
Right, for the first time. I actually want to have Charmeleon.
You can switch the order of the Pokemon if you just press move, and then, yeah, there you go.
Sweet.
I don't understand why Pidgeotto is the Pokemon following me, though. Like, I just don't get that. I'm not sure why that is. I'd get this item that was sitting here. Whatever it may be.
It's a pot ion.
Nope, it's a Paralyze Heal.
Damn.
So that's pretty dope. And if you talk to this woman, I believe she's their parent. Sorry. I think. That's what she's gonna say. Yeah, my children. Right? Yeah, I figured. Alright, so that's it for this room. We can move on to the next one.
Okay. Oh. Are there going to be anything in any of the trash cans?
Yes, but I don't think any of the room trash cans, but it's worth, you know, you can check.
Okay.
But I don't believe in any of these rooms, although there is one room where, excuse me, there are. This guy's on the trail of Team Rocket. Would have been really cool if they replaced him with Looker, but unfortunately that did not happen. So, yeah. You can go ahead and check these rooms on the right here. Okay. This woman, I forget what she says, but I believe the man in the next room, oh, she's your healer. That's right. So you can come back to this room to heal whenever you want instead of wandering all the way back to the Pokemon Center.
Okay.
So she's actually pretty useful. You're definitely going to want to remember that she's there.
Okay. I'm actually going to do something really quick. And
get Pidgeotto out of the party. You want to press, what are you doing?
Hold on.
You want to have Squirtle on your team?
I do.
Okay. So you want to use all 3 starter Pokemon?
Yeah.
Alright, that's typical tradition for most, not everyone, but most people who play Yellow version, they do use the 3 starters, because all 3 starter Pokemon are really good. You want to press A. You back out, press A. And then add to party. There you go.
Okay.
So you have the 3 starter Pokemon, Butterfree, Caterpie, and Pikachu.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
So if you want to use Squirtle, you can put Squirtle on the front or something. The first 2 Pokemon are the only Pokemon we ever send out in battle. So, and it is level 16, so it does need to catch up.
Can I move it to the second spot?
Yeah, if you want me using Squirtle, which I don't mind. I can use Squirtle or Ivysaur. I don't care.
There.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess you have half your team named. Well, and Caterpie. But
well, the more we play Pokemon Go, the more I'm like learning what I want and stuff.
Yeah, it's just important. Like, I'm not trying to diss Caterpie, but when it comes to battling, it's not going to be able to do anything.
I know. I just wanted to have a high level, but maybe that's something I can do on my own time.
Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with having Caterpie follow you or anything. It's just you're not going to want to use it for battle.
So fire doesn't really work on fire.
Yeah, it's not very effective.
So scratch.
That would be your next best move, yep.
Okay.
And Squirtle will use Bubble because I guess I don't even have a water gun yet. Dang. Alright, so... yeah, Squirtle is actually at the level that it would normally evolve because Squirtle evolves at 16. Or no, Squirtle evolves at 18. No, Squirtle evolves at 16. Why am I second guessing myself? I'm thinking of Totodile. Totodile evolves at 18. But yeah, so Squirtle actually needs to level up to 17. This Squirtle in particular, in order for it to evolve, which is no big deal. But I would like to learn Water Gun soon because Bubble is a really, really crappy water move.
Yeah.
Fun fact, do you actually know what the most common Pokemon type is?
The most common?
Yeah.
Like that spawns?
No. Like, out of all the Pokemon that exist, what is the most common type of Pokemon?
Grass.
No.
Rock.
No.
Water.
Yep.
Really?
Water type Pokemon are the most abundant type of Pokemon in the franchise. It's pretty much always been that way since Generation 1. It's always been that way. Water is very common. Flying, normal. Yeah.
Oh. Paint me like one of your French girls.
Hello there. Ah, what a luxury. Yeah, I envy you. But, alright, so that takes out this hallway, although there is this area down here that you were just about to run past. This actually goes down to the bottom level of the ship, which is pretty nifty, and there's some more rooms down here. I believe most of these rooms do have trainers, but maybe not. Maybe not this guy. My partner Machoke is super strong. Yeah. It's pretty nifty. Okay, maybe this isn't the section I was thinking of with all the trainer battles. Nope, okay. I was wrong again. This is where they are. Got another battle with Sailor Pokemon. I'm sure it's pretty obvious that their most common type is water. So we're going to be fighting a lot of water type Pokemon here. Which kind of would be helpful if we did have Bulbasaur, because obviously fire is weak to water, or Ivysaur. Fire is weak to water, and I'm using a water type Pokemon, so that's not going to do me any good. I'm better off using Tackle than Bubble, because Bubble's such a weak move and not very effective.
I should use Scratch.
Yeah, you should have.
Can I get Metal Claw at any point?
I think they took away Metal Claw for the Charmander line in this game, because you can get it in Fire Red Leaf Green.
Yeah.
When Metal Claw is a move, you can't in Gen 1, because Steel type didn't exist, and there weren't any Steel type moves back then. But yeah, I think they might have gotten rid of it for this version of the game. Which, I mean, isn't a big deal, because really, Metal Claw is not the best move. It is good for dealing with rock-type Pokemon, I suppose. But what I usually do whenever, and anyone who picks the Fire Starter in Fire Red Leaf Green, that's why they kind of gave Charmander Metal Claw, so that it had a way of dealing with Brock.
Yeah.
You're still at a disadvantage, but picking the Fire Starter is more of like a short-term pain for a long-term gain.
Yeah.
You know, the game starts off hard. I mean, Brock is rock type, Misty is water type. You got two disadvantages right off the bat, but if you can get past those two gyms and you have your Charmeleon and you get it to a Charizard, it's really going to pay off in the end game because you're going to have a beast of a Pokemon. Charizard is really good.
So it's so Slowpoke normal?
Water Psychic.
Really?
Yes. Slowpoke is a water psychic type. Yep. And obviously, as the name would imply, it is slow. Very slow. That's why we're both outspeeding it. But you got your scratch off, and that is that for Slowpoke. Nice. What?
I just remembered I still have clothes in the washer and they've been there for 3 days.
Well, then after this recording, I recommend you go get it.
They need to be washed again.
Oh.
Maybe twice to get that smell out.
Boosted 113. Thank you for being a gifted Pokemon. That's another thing with the starter Pokemon that you don't catch in the wild. Obviously our Ivysaur and Charmeleon are starters we did catch. This Squirtle we didn't catch, so it does have that boosted experience thing I was talking about with traded Pokemon. This guy's got some items in here, but you are going to have to find him, I believe. Actually, I want to see if you're able to sneak around behind him. I'm not sure if you are. No, you can't. So yeah, we do have to find him. This guy is a, I forget if he's called a mechanic.
He's Bob the Builder.
Or technician. I think he's called a technician. That's his trainer class. Engineer. Okay. Yeah, so these guys use mostly electric types like Magnemite. So yeah, just another trainer class. You can, again, with a lot of trainer classes, you can kind of get a feel for what Pokemon they're going to use right away. Engineers use electric types. Ember is super effective on Magnemite because it is part Steel type.
Okay.
But because it is electric type, Squirtle is at a disadvantage, but you knocked it almost out. I would have been better off using Bubble, but oh well. That's probably going to do a lot of damage to me. Ooh, that almost knocked me out. Yeah, you go for Ember again. I think I'm going to use this turn to heal with a Pot Ion.
I love Pot Ions.
Yeah, I want to use that on me.
You know, this light was one of the best things we bought.
Yeah, we bought a new lamp recently because the room that we're in, we're in our living room. That's where we record. We don't have like a studio or anything fancy like that. It's really dark and really poorly lit, so we bought a new lamp, and it does really brighten up the room, at least in this one corner. So that's nice. Oh, another Magnemite, wonderful. After this fight, if we could go into Squirtle's status screen and swap the moves around so Bubble is at the top, that would be really nice.
Okay. Yeah, I want to bring Scratch up to second.
Yeah. Like I've said, it's kind of useful rearranging moves around just because it makes things easier to navigate, especially when your stab move, this is just something I do. I know not everybody does it, but it just makes sense to me to have your stab move be in the first slot. But yeah, so I always like to do that. And then if you have multiple stab moves, you can put it wherever. But I always have like my stab move in slot number 1. The other 3 usually doesn't matter, but if I have something like a status move, or whether it's like Thunder Wave or Rest or Toxic or whatever, I always put that in the 4th slot. And then if I have like a support, like a stat raising move or whatever, I usually put that in the second slot. I don't know. I'm kind of weird like that, but that's just kind of the method of organization I use when I'm figuring out my Pokemon movesets. It's not really, it doesn't really matter. Everyone has their own way of organizing, but that's just what I do. And then, yeah, if you could swap Bubble up to the number 1 slot. Not Withdraw, but Bubble.
I know.
Withdraw is a move that, yeah, you can put that there. I'm fine with that in the second slot. Withdraw is a move that actually increases your defense. If you can hover over that move's description again.
Where?
Withdraw. That is a move that raises the defense stat of the Pokemon. So just a good way to kind of buff up Squirtle a little bit, make it a little more.
Okay, do you want Tackle
resistant.
second?
No, I won't Withdraw where it is.
Okay.
And I think that should be good. Caterpie's not going to get any more new moves, so it's pretty much stuck with Tackle and String Shot. That's all it gets.
So am I allowed to have Caterpie out but not in the party?
No, if you want a Caterpie following you, it does need to be in the party.
That's so
Yeah,
stupid.
so eventually we're going to get to a point where if you want a full team of 6, Caterpie's not going to be able to follow you.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you still have that Butterfree and Pikachu. I mean, unless you want to use Pikachu, but it is broken.
No, I don't want to.
Okay. You could use that Alolan Geodude, but you don't get to evolve it into Golem. It can only go to Graveler.
No.
There are other Alolan Pokemon we haven't gotten yet that we can get, though.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I just want to go catch more Pokemon.
Yeah,
so can you catch all 151 in this game?
You can catch everything except for two exclusive Pokemon that we'll be getting to much later. And the version exclusives to Eevee, which are like Ekans and Bellsprout and Meowth, and I want to say Grimer, maybe? And no, Eevee's not exclusive.
So I can get Eevee.
Yeah, you can catch wild Eevees in this game.
What's Eevee?
Normal. Yeah. But we can catch wild Eevees, so if you want to get like a Jolteon or something.
Yeah.
We can use that. I wouldn't really recommend Flareon or Vaporeon if you plan on using Squirtle and Charmander. Of course, if you want a Vaporeon, we can ditch Squirtle for that.
Yeah, Vaporeon's my favorite.
So if you do want a Vaporeon, we can ditch Squirtle.
So what route can we get?
I don't believe we can catch Eevee until Route 17, which is...
It's toward the end of the game.
No, it's not. Route 17 is after the 4th gym. That's only halfway through the game.
And this is the 3rd.
We are in the city of the 3rd gym, yes.
Okay.
We're not that far away. I mean, we're far enough that it's going to be another several parts, but we're not like... It's not like endgame or anything.
Okay.
So, there's that. And then, any other Pokemon you'd be interested in? Just, you know...
Well, I'm still thinking.
Obviously, and I don't expect you to have your full team figured out just this second, but...
And you also have to think, like... This is like my first game and stuff, so what I choose for my team may not be what you
I'm not. I don't.
Ideal.
I don't want you to pick what I would use. First of all, the only Pokemon that we'd have in common right now is probably Charmander or Bulbasaur, but I wouldn't use both. I'd probably be using Charmander, and then I'd be using an Oddish instead. I'd also be using a Nidoran male, and I would be using a Staryu. I'd probably be anticipating a Jolteon on my team.
Well, don't tell me everything.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying I usually have the same team of 6 Pokemon. I usually use Charizard, Vileplume, Starmie, Jolteon, Nidoking, and then the 6th Pokemon's always kind of like a wild card. It can change. Sometimes it's Haunter / Gengar or Kadabra / Alakazam. But when I use Starmie, I usually don't use Alakazam. But like Gengar or even Dragonite possibly. Just, you know, whatever. So. One time I used Scyther. But... is your Joy-Con shaking when, like, Squirtle attacks?
I would have to pay attention.
Okay. Because that's something I've noticed. I haven't been paying attention. I'm not sure if like our respective Joy-Cons react when like our Pokemon does a thing. Like if your Charmander gets hit, does mine shake? I'm not sure. But Squirtle is evolving here, so we can go ahead and let this happen. You need to press A though. What?
I just don't like Wartortle.
Wartortle. I like Wartortle.
But Squirtle's so cute.
I like Wartortle more than Squirtle and Blastoise. Cause he's got the little ear things. Wartortle. Yeah. So that's Wartortle.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. And let's see what item is here. A super potion. Nice.
A super what?
A super pot ion.